We're officially on. Talk to me, Cleveland, and everyone else out there in the chillosphere. As I said before, I've posted the Zoom link for you to join me live. It's in the chat and it's in the description box for the post. It's on the Chill Talk radio page as well as the Kevin MC Chill Herd page. So, firstly, I like to say that most of our regular viewers are watching uh, the film One Night in Miami. Excellent film. So we gave away passes for that, partnered up with G Cuff, Greater Cleveland Urban Film Festival. Our people, you know, the Queen, Donna Dabs. Tonight, just so you know, we will be giving away. This will be your chance to win free on-demand viewing at your home for the film Fatal, starring our man Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank. Looks like it's going to be real good. All right. So, what I want you to do, first of all, I want you to share this. That's first and foremost. Two, what's going on, Kim? What's going on, Victoria? What I need for you to do is share this and please just hit the link, come on in the Zoom link and just talk to me. Give me your thoughts. What was happening? Were you watching the counts in Georgia, and then all of a sudden, drama broke out on the steps of the Capitol? They broke windows, entry points, got in the front door. Man, it's better security at the Earth, Wind, and Fire concert. You just can't run up in the Earth, Wind. You can't just run up in there and start, and grab Verdine's guitar and start playing it. Man, I saw people sitting at Nancy Pelosi's desk with their feet on the desk, left her a note on her desk. Hey man, we need security. We need top flight security of the world, Craig, because this is how they protect the Capitol. Okay, please, somebody join me in that link. Hit the Zoom link. Just give me your thoughts. What's happening in Georgia? What's happening in DC? What has happened? You see what it was. But again, we're giving away free passes to the film Fatal, starring our boy Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank. So you know what? I'm not giving away any. I'm not giving away any passes unless you hit that Zoom link and and you come up on here and let me know what you're thinking about. All right. Uh, Yeah, Kim Hargrove says this is what stand down and stand back meant. Right. That meant be ready. That's what some people are saying. Allegedly. And to some people, this is what be ready was for. So whew, it's been a long day of news, man. I watched the elections in Georgia, the Senate elections, all night, ever since before the polls closed. Then I watched the polls. Then I got up and I'm trying to see where they at. Uh, Pastor Warnock got the win. Had to see what Osif, what was going on with him. That was tight race. Hey, all my people in the ATL, stand up. All Gwinnett, DeKalb, County, man, y'all did the thing. Y'all did the thing. Big ups to our girl Stacey Abrams. Georgia, y'all shook up the world. Okay, but whew, I need some people to join me. Hit the Zoom link. Let me see. The link is in the chat. Let me see if I can pin the Zoom link. I'd have to go on to where I put it from on my system. But you guys see the Zoom link in the chat. It's at the very top and it's in the description box. Kim, Kim is dropping the science. She said 45 did not call the National Guard in. Pence did. They knew he wasn't going to say anything because he did this. Man, Kim, talk to me, Kim. Man, Kim, load up your hit that Zoom link and jump in here with me. Do what you gotta do. I need you to hopefully Shelly will be joining me in a second. Uh I'm gonna pin the Zoom link. Just hold on, bear with me for a minute as I pull up the page. Give me a second. Let me see if I can pin that. Okay, so it's pinned. So the Zoom link is pinned. Okay, let me get back to, let me come out of this. Bear with me. Okay, Shelly's going to be with us in a minute. And that means Shelly is going to get the free hookup to the watch the movie at home to Fatal. Shelly Shockley is gonna because she when she joins us, and I know that she will. So, oh my God, man, I was man, this is like the War 1812 when they stormed the they stormed DC and burnt the building down. I was talking to Val One earlier, and I don't know how you even just breach the Capitol like that. And I'm not. Everybody knows me. They know I'm not a conspiracy theorist. I'm. You know, when you can just run up in the Capitol while it's in session. Okay, my phone. Okay, bear with me. Hold on, guys. Let me just. Okay, I had to check. I had to check on my people. I'm calling my people that are all over, especially my people who I think might be affected by this drama. So I had to go check on them. Uh, please share or text. Just let me know your thoughts. I'll read them. We'll talk about them. But the Zoom link, if anybody's having problems getting that Zoom link, say something in the chat. If that Zoom link doesn't bring you here, let me know. Say something in the chat. But I wanted to say that I'm very, very proud of the electorate, of the people, of the voters in the great state of Georgia. If nowhere else, our people, our community now see the power of voting. Now is the time to recognize the power you have when you mobilize. And big ups, and I know Stacey Abrams didn't do it just by herself, uh, that there were people all over Georgia mobilizing. I know some of the people. Big man, stand up. So Georgia, you shook up the world. You showed everyone how it's done. You've changed the outcome of how our national politics will be run. How are we gonna move? How are we moving from right now? Georgia, you've altered the landscape of and Lord, this is a civics lesson in politics. We're gonna get Shelly Shockley on here. Let's get Shelly in. What happened in Georgia has created a civics lesson in politics. So all right, we hear you, Shelly. Shelly, you gonna need to turn off your Facebook volume and just rock with your Zoom volume. But what I was saying was we're about to get a civics lesson on how the government operates in ways that we've never seen before. Because we've all learned now, if you didn't know it before, if you was asleep in civics or your poli sci class, that we have each state has 2 senators. We have 100 senators in the Senate. We now have 50 Democratic senators and 50 Republican senators. Our sister, Madam Vice President to be, is going to be very busy because the Vice President of the United States also serves as the President of the Senate. One of her main functions is to break all ties. And because we are split down the line with Democrats and Republicans, there are going to be some ties. But just her presence sometimes will cause it. Just like now, where Mitch McConnell was the majority leader of the Senate, Chuck Schumer was the minority leader. But because there is no majority per se, it's a dead tie. Because there's not a majority in the Senate, the majority goes to the party of the vice president, because the vice president is, in all accounts and effects, the president of the Senate. So that automatically makes the party of the vice president the majority. Civics lesson up in here. All right, let's get my hey, Mike Will, Shango 7. Come on, bruh. You see this you see the Zoom link. Give me your thoughts, man. Me and Mike been talking about this all day long. And because he joined us, he may get a free hookup to the movie. we've been yeah, not no more Mitch gotta go. That's right. Kim. There it is. One of my journalism mentors, Shelly Shockley. What's going on, Shelly?
Hey, chill.
Okay, what was happening before? What were you doing? Were you somewhere reading a book, educating yourself? You were jotting down some notes on. You were doing work for the people. Were you watching the votes in Georgia, and all of a sudden they storm in the they storm in the Capitol? Where were you at? What happened?
So I was doing work for the people. I was at work. I was
Okay,
downtown.
you're doing work for
But
the
of course, I had turned on the CNN and I was trying to find out what's going on with my people because I knew it was coming up time for the vote. And then I hear all this mess. I'm like, what the? What? And I was incensed.
Okay,
I
hold on,
mean,
hold, put a pin right there, Shelly, because I need to. Kim wants to know what's the password for Zoom. I don't think you need the password, right? You didn't need a password to get on.
uh-uh.
You just
I
hit the
just
link. You just hit the link. It's no password needed. Hit the link. It shouldn't be even asking you for a link. It's no, I mean, not a link, a password.
right.
Hit the link. It should bring you on.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Shelly.
So then I'm watching and I'm like, wait a minute, this can't be real. And I knew it was real. But what incensed me is I'm thinking back to August with Black Lives Matter. And I'm looking at all of the tear gas and, heavy artillery with the police officers and the billy clubs or whatever you want to call them. And there's force there, we pushing you back. But here they just gone up in the house, they breaking windows. And no, and at one point I saw all these cops and they just standing there like, I'm like, oh my God, no melanin, no force.
Mm. Ah.
And then I saw a video. Sean King has this video of how they got into the Capitol from below. And you got a brother who's a Capitol police officer, I guess.
Not
Oh,
Mr. Otis that they chased up 3 flights of steps.
yes, yes.
Who didn't
I'm
have
watching
anything but
that.
a little billy club
Right,
thing that he dropped. And he
right.
told him, hey, I need
Baton, Billy Club, whatever.
right.
I'm like, really? So y'all got the brother looking stupid, one man at a door, and they just running him. Now, we they want you to say that we're all one. No, we're not. This was a pure sign of privilege, a pure sign of two justices. We got your black justice, we got your white justice. Let all you colored folks run up there. And them steps would have been bloody. They would have been more arrests, and they were like, they're trying to, they let them walk away. How you walk away? And then the one dude is, like you said, in Nancy Pelosi's office, just chilling.
With his feet up.
Right. The other one is sitting in Pence's seat, got a sandwich in his hand. And I'm like, come on now.
I've never seen anything like this. I didn't, you know what? I didn't think, and we talk about racial politics,
Mm-hmm.
but I I don't know if people imagined or envisioned that regardless of what color you were, you
Mm-hmm.
can just run up in the Capitol building, much less while it's in session, joint session.
Right.
Vice president's in there, the Speaker of the House is in there. It. I don't think we knew that you could just run up in Nancy Pelosi's office and just have your feet up on the desk.
No, we didn't know that. And the fact that the media is having a problem, the majority media. Oh, are they rioters or are they domestic terrorists? They're domestic freaking terrorists. That's what they are.
If people of color were called easily, loosely, it easily came out of many people's mouths that they were terrorists
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
when they were clearly protesting injustice.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And they were in different states, different cities, and not just National Guard, unidentified agents,
Right.
just with black boots and black outfits and billy clubs and guns, busting people upside the head, dragging them off in the unmarked vans, taking them to who the hell knows where.
Mm-hmm,
That's in Minnesota. That's
mm-hmm,
in that's in other locations.
mm-hmm. That's all over the country. All over the country.
But the steps, of Congress, to breach the doorway of the halls of Congress
Mm-hmm.
into the rotunda.
Mm-hmm.
In they had the gavel.
Right, right. They just up there, like, okay, this our house, we in charge. But I swear to you, let one of us, and I'm not even gonna say, I was in a conversation with Rhonda earlier. It ain't about people of color. Let one of you black folk try that, and you're done. They wouldn't have just been pointing guns at you. They would have shot the guns.
That is correct.
It's just like, come on. And any white person watching this should should now understand why we say Black Lives Matter, and why it's important for them to understand that this privilege that you have just watched, because that's all that was, a sign of privilege. You had, I it's like, okay, Capitol Police, DC Police, and you got National Guards coming in, but they've been at it for several hours before you bring anybody in.
All right,
And
and Kim, I just posted the link again. Uh, so hopefully, I don't know if this is the exact same. It's the same link, but I just posted again, and like again, Shelly, I don't if you didn't have to do any password or anything.
mm-mm, mm-mm. No, I
Uh,
didn't.
so hopefully you guys can just take that link and are able to get in and join it. I want you in here, Kim, because Kim, you dropping knowledge in the link. So all right, but go ahead, Shelly.
And then, like you said, this hasn't happened since 18 whatever. And and it's a sign of the president having a tantrum. I didn't get my way. So, I need my peeps to come. I mean, he incited that. Now let you call on us to come and back you up. You getting arrested for inciting a riot. I don't care, sitting president or no sitting president. Him, Rudy Giuliani, all of them. They need to be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah, okay, Kim, I'm gonna send the link to her messenger. Let me go to her. Hold on, Shelly. Let me send it to Kim. I gotta go back into the because I'm in Zoom right now. Let me go back into Facebook and see if we could get this to Kim. We gonna go right to you, Kim. Message. Give me a second. And here comes link. Sent it to you. Bam. All right. Join our cloud meeting. And okay. All right. So that should work for you. That should work for you, Kim. All right. Anybody else try to go ahead and hit that link, that Zoom link, and join it. We waiting on my man Shango 7. But all right, go ahead, Shelly.
No, I mean, uh, uh, I'm amazed, but not amazed, because it just shows to me that there is no value for us in this country. You know, you have a man who has been the leader of the free people, who's been having a tantrum since November. What day was election day? Well, not even election day, because it took him to that Saturday to say he lost the race. Um, but we supposedly have the best democracy, the biggest democracy in
In
the
the free
world,
world,
in
in
the
the
free
free
world.
world, we're the leaders
And
of the free world.
and what we saw today is what happens in in Iran and everywhere where they decide that they're gonna have run a coup on the government.
And can just run up in the halls of justice. And okay, what if what if Nancy Pelosi was in her office?
Right, exactly. What would have happened?
What would have happened?
And we've heard about this all summer long. They had the plan to kidnap the Michigan governor, you know, and it's just like, really, as long as you have no melanin, you can do whatever you want to do.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and let Kim in. Uh, I mean, I don't know if we can help to see the non-action that this was able to occur. I don't know if we can look at anything else other than race on why this was able to happen the way it happened. I don't. I mean, I
There is
think
nothing else.
all people would see if those were black people trying to run up in the Capitol.
Right. And they
Didn't
would have
flinch
been,
it.
look at them thugs. See, I mean, come on now. And like I said, they want to call them rioters. Those are not rioters. Those are terrorists.
Now we have Kimmy.
Hi,
How are you? I'm glad we
I'm
can
good.
work it out. Okay,
How
Kim.
are you? Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's to you, man. 2020 was a trip, and 2021 is kicking it off a little special in and of itself.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely,
Talk
Right.
to me. Let me
absolutely.
know what were you doing? Were you watching the Georgia race? Were you working? Were you studying?
I
You
had
taking selfies, and then all of a sudden they breaking up in into the
no, I
Capitol.
actually was getting my hair done, and they had CNN on at the shop where I
Mm.
was getting my hair done. So I'm sitting here and I'm watching, and I was like, it's amazing how when it was the Black Lives Matter marches that were going on, how they had prepared the day before. Like they had the armed forces ready, they had the barricades ready, they had the gates up around the White House and all other kinds of stuff. But here we are months later, and they can get in a federal building. That's amazing to me. Like, how is it even possible for them to get that close?
I thought that our security, at least of like White House and the nation and the Capitol building, was top notch, man. That man, cousin Day Day and Craig, top flight security of the world, would have done a better job.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, did you know that they said that it wasn't even enough security on hand?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
With
that
a
is
joint,
part of the reason?
with the House and the Senate all in the building.
But
Yep.
think about all the law enforcement that should have been there. You got
Hmm.
Secret Service, you got Capitol Police, you got Metropolitan DC Police, and then if you want to talk about what you knew was coming, you got Maryland, Virginia, all around there that you could have brought all these folks together.
Homeland
But see,
Security.
that's
Security,
the thing. Had that been melanated people,
you
Mm,
know that.
here we go.
had that been melanated people who did this, there would have been more than one murder because the lady died that got
Right.
shot.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
There would have been, they was tear gassing, they were shooting rubber bullets at peaceful protesters.
Right.
But here you got people shooting people inside the building,
Mm-hmm.
shooting people on the grounds of the building.
Mm-hmm.
And did you know they found some bombs, some pipe bombs?
Right.
I
Right.
did hear that. And they chased my uncle Jeffrey up three damn flights of steps.
Right. That and just the fact that that's on video, and then Sean's got another video that I didn't see it, but I did see the video, but I didn't look at it real closely. But he's saying that the police moved the barricades for him and just was like, "Come on in." So it's like, and
Shelly, can we confirm that one? Can Sean? It was that Sean King.
it's a
It's
Sean King
true.
video on
Can we
IG.
confirm that? Because
It's
I don't
on
do
It's
IG.
on.
conspiracy
He's on
theories.
Facebook too.
The video's on
Wow.
IG. I saw it on IG.
Wow.
It's
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 on
just
Facebook too.
It's just, come on now. Now,
Uh,
if it had been us melanated sisters and brothers, you wouldn't have never got close to them steps
okay, I
because
got
they
my
would have been
boy coming in.
planning. The minute you started the grumbling and the rumbling, they would have been putting all their plans in place and had that place on lock.
Exactly.
They would have had it
Exactly.
on lock.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
I do want to say, Denise, I see Denise likes in the building. Denise, you are welcome to join us to let us know, how you feeling. But we are joined by one of my best friends. I don't know which name you rolling by. You rolling with your government name today? Okay, we can't hear you, Mike.
You gotta
You gotta
unmute
take
your
your
mic.
unmute your mic. Kimmy over here doing my job. We gonna get her a job here as a
Okay,
co-host.
go with the government. You can do the government.
I can do your government name. So
Yeah, yeah.
you Big Mike today.
Okay.
All right, Big
Hey,
Mike.
you see the ATL background? I had to do that because we flipped it to blue. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I went with the ATL
Oh
brown.
yeah, by the way, Mike is in the ATL. So ATL stand up, man.
Respect.
Mike, how they feeling? How they feeling in the ATL right now?
Hey, we feel good, but we kind of think the folks got mad. You know what I'm saying? It's like they got a little mad. You know. Hey, Mr. Trump pulled the Tony Soprano and said, "Hey, listen, you know, if they don't call it out the way we want it, go down there and storm the Capitol." And man, listen, but I had a couple people say that on a day that we should have rejoiced, the first black senator from Atlanta, the state of Georgia, and this happens.
Mm-hmm.
So, but hey, man, listen, they can't stop it. We in full motion right now. So
Okay,
we gonna
Mike.
keep it going.
Now that I have you on here, and not that you know personally, but I'm gonna tell you what I heard about the how strong the movement was in Georgia. I heard that the strippers in Atlantic at Magic City was telling brothers go out and vote.
Yes, this is true.
Can you confirm this, Mike?
Yes, I can confirm. Not saying that I personally was at Atlantic City getting my lemon
Magic
pepper
City,
wings.
right?
I wasn't getting my lemon pepper wings, or let's say I was getting some lemon pepper wings, and they said, "While you pick those wings up, brother, make sure that you're the vote." Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Everybody did.
How you know they got lemon pepper wings at Magic City?
That was how Lou Williams from the Clippers got busted because he said he
Let
was
me
at
find
Magic
out she
City.
was in Chuckalisa.
See, I'm gonna get in trouble now. See, but let me just tell you. But yeah, I mean, the movement was all the way through. Like, hey, listen, we can't play around right now because when you got this kind of opportunity to flip the Senate, and so everybody, it was like a constant, and how back in the day we used to give that nod, like, hey, the nod been going on for a long time, man.
In
It's like,
Georgia,
listen,
y'all people just walk past and you give bro like this. You know what's
yeah,
going on. They hit you back.
Oh, that ain't just in Georgia. That's in Jersey, New York,
hey, listen,
California.
But in Georgia, they made this thing happen twice. They went back to back.
Absolutely.
They went back. Man, big ups to Georgia. Man, props to
Not
the
Georgia, that's Georgia.
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 Hey, mad props to Sister Stacey
oh
Abrams, to
man,
Mayor
listen,
Yes,
Keisha.
she did her thing.
yes, yes,
Stacey
yes,
should get whatever she wants whenever she wants.
oh definitely,
Absolutely.
It's a title called Secretary of whatever the hell she want to be.
yes, yes.
Exactly.
Because she did that thing.
Man, I'm so proud of the people in Georgia. I don't know. Okay, so Big Mike. Now we were talking. Now, okay. Now you in Georgia in the ATL rejoicing, like man, looking at television. We shook up the world.
Yes.
And then when did you know that they were storming the Capitol?
Well, it was crazy because, I was watching CNN making sure that John Ossoff got to his point and he could actually claim it, right?
Right.
And it seemed like right at the moment when he knew he had enough votes, then all the madness started happening. But,
Mhm.
Shelley, what you said earlier, the part that really just bothered me is that they were able to have that kind of breach where we've seen the president, they cleared off the one area where the church, so, with rubber bullets, tear gas. I'm like, okay, you're gonna let this just go on. And to me, they got some explaining to do with that one, because
Exactly.
because we still got to find out how do you let that happen? Because, man, listen, Kevin, when we went to the Million Man March,
That's right.
hey, listen, we was worried about what could jump off, and it was like, you know, if we had shown any kind of disorderly conduct like that, what would have happened, man. And
Right. And
so,
no, I just wanted to say to these sisters here, right? Me and Mike, we went seven good brothers down to the march, not
I sent
knowing,
my husband.
not
This
knowing.
sister was at the march.
Okay,
I
not
sent
okay,
not
my
have.
husband.
We didn't have the slightest idea what, because we from Cleveland. We thinking something might jump off. What's our strategy? If we get separated from each other, we
right,
Exit
prepped.
plan.
We prepped
Mm-hmm.
for drama, and there was no drama other than that one guy that was standing in. I remember the guy that was standing in front of everybody. The personal trainer was in everybody's way, and he was like, "Yo, personal trainer, could you get your ass down?" So
yeah, yeah,
other than
yeah,
personal trainer standing up on a chair blocking everybody's view, there was no other drama. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, Mike and Shelly, when y'all talk about rubber bullets, people getting shot, tear gas, beat down for something very less
yes,
significant, a
Right.
yes,
true peaceful protest.
right,
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And if the those protests did go a little sideways, it was as a reaction. One, a reaction to I can't even say they were police per
The
se,
force.
the force. One and
Mm-hmm.
two, outside agitation.
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
Right.
But in this
right.
instance, they didn't need outside agitation.
Mm-mm.
They were the outside agitators.
Hey,
Absolutely.
like, and Shelly, you were talking about privilege. I'm like, do these MAGA people don't have a watch on? It's 6 o'clock, 6:05. They just in there, like, hey, the curfew is going on, and they not even. Yeah, exactly. Yes. And I'm like, hey, what's that about? You know, to me, there's definitely two Americas. Like,
Mm-hmm.
privilege was shown today, all
Oh
day
yeah.
long, man. So, hey, but we just got to keep pushing. And like, I told my son, like, let me go here and build with your uncle because, man, we have to ensure that we don't stop the momentum because we're in a fight for our lives right now, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So,
most definitely.
I agree.
Now,
And it's
I
sad.
want to ask Kim. Kim, and everybody that knows me know that I'm very much anti conspiracy theory.
Mm-hmm.
But do you see some type of conspiratorial connection on how things happen, when they happen, how they were able to breach? Uh, do you see some collusion on activities?
I absolutely do.
See, I hate to hear that. I
I
hate to hear
do.
that.
And I'm gonna tell you my reasoning for that. The reason why I feel like that is because with everything that's going on in the world, everything from COVID to Black Lives Matter to all of this stuff, the majority of the people that you've seen on camera, none of them even had a mask on.
Mm-mm.
yeah, right.
A mask, something simple. But yet
In plain
they
sight.
say they in plain sight. Not only that, they sat there and said, okay, Trump had coronavirus, right? Remember they said that him and
Oh, here we
Melania
go. Here we
had
go.
both, wait a minute,
Here
both
we
of them
go.
had coronavirus, right?
Both of who?
Neither, my mother, I just lost
Okay.
my best friend
I'm saying,
to coronavirus. And
Okay.
my mother is dealing with coronavirus right now.
Mm.
My best friend couldn't even leave out the house. She was on oxygen 24/7, 7 days a week. How did she get coronavirus? Somebody had to bring it to her. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So how is it that you say you had coronavirus for 2 days? I digress. They take you to a hospital. All of a sudden, you feel like Superman. and you back at rallies.
Okay, now first of
Not
all,
a mask.
we don't
With
know how actually long he had the virus prior to him actually going to the hospital.
have
Uh, we don't know how long he had it. Uh,
have
I'm just, I'm not I'm anti, and I'm really anti
okay,
coronavirus conspiracies. But
okay. So I have a thought for you. Just a thought.
okay,
Okay.
Kim, don't start with me. I'm asking you about the people
I
busting up in the White
know.
House. But come on, bring it.
I'm gonna get there.
Make me get Sean and them and Onk and them. Go ahead. Come on.
I'm gonna get there. But see, the thing I'm trying to say is, okay, you and your wife, they claim you and your wife both had coronavirus, right?
You talking about, you
Now,
saying me and my wife, you talking about the president
no,
and
I'm
Melania.
talking about 45 and his mail order. In any event, um,
Okay, we
both
talking
of
about the same
y'all,
people. Okay. But
both
you
of
said
y'all
you and your wife.
supposedly
Okay, go
had
ahead.
coronavirus,
Right.
but y'all have a special needs child who is also in the house with y'all.
Okay.
She spends more time with the child than he does. They ain't say nothing about the son having coronavirus.
Okay, so okay, Kim. I'm telling you, I'm not. You don't want to do coronavirus conspiracies with me. I'm not. Okay, go. So
I'm
what's
just
your point? What you
so
trying to
my
say?
point is, I don't think they had it.
Okay, we gonna see. Hey, I
I
want to
just
say,
don't.
what's up to
But
my
as
man. We got another Michael Powell uh, in the building watching. Everybody, make sure that you share this. Please go ahead and share the show. The link, if you're trying to get on and you have a problem, you should be able to get in with the link. If not, hit me up and I'll shoot it right to you. But you should be able to get in with the link. And also, because I have the link pinned, I normally have the donation link pinned, but I'll put that up later. But if you want to donate to Chill Talk, this is like our, okay, I put it in the thing. I don't know. I think this is our 39th quarantine show since we've been out of the radio station up at Radio One, unable to return to Radio One, where we have commercials. So if you just want to donate to Chill Talk to keep this going, hit us, drop something in the Cash App, $ money to the number two chill, $ money to chill. I'll post it back up in the chat. But we can keep this moving. Now, Kimmy, what I was asking you
okay,
is, was there a court? Okay, we're gonna bring you back for the coronavirus vaccine conspiracy debunking show. But
oh, I got inside information on that
oh,
one.
oh my God, don't we're not doing this with you right now, Kimmy.
I'm saying,
Kim, we not, you just gonna
I
try to force this. Okay, Kim, I'm asking you
no,
about the people running up in the Capitol. You trying to
okay,
make me have a coronavirus vaccine discussion. We can have that, but it was not today.
okay,
But
I'll hold it.
we'll have you back because
Okay,
I got the team. We got
the
the
people running
team.
up in the house,
We got the
the
team
people
ready
have
for
running up
any type of
in the federal
anti-vaccine.
building.
That's right. Okay, so go
Okay,
ahead. They're running up in
first
the
of
federal
all,
building. Talk to me.
if how could you okay on a day like today with everything that's going on, how could you not have the proper security there to protect these people that are counting votes, that are trying to make a righteous decision on what we need for our country? How could you first not have the proper security there? That's number one.
That should be
Like
number
you,
one
you
and two.
exactly. Like that is like the biggest thing right there. Like how don't you have the proper security measures in place when you have something like this going on, especially with somebody like 45 still in the chair? That's like the biggest issue that I have right now. Like how was it even possible for them to get that close? For them to be able to break windows, for them to be able to get inside of Nancy Pelosi's office and put their feet up on her desk and leave her notes. Who raised them? Like I mean
Privilege,
I
privilege, privilege.
but see the thing is the majority of the people that I saw didn't look like they was privileged. They just looked like they was. I'm trying to be nice.
Oh no, not privilege in that manner. Not privilege in that manner.
I'm trying to be nice,
Privilege
but
because they got white skin.
right. And that's the worst part of it. Like you sat there and tweeted when the Black Lives Matters movements were going on. You called black people animals and thugs. So what do we call them? Oh, they're fine white people. Oh, are you serious right now? Like, do that look like fine people doing what they just did? They broke into a federal building.
Not
I'm
just
waiting.
a federal building. It ain't like they just broke into
The
the house of forestry. They broke into the Capitol with
exactly.
the joint house there, the Senate.
I want to
The,
see because they're saying there's cameras everywhere and all of this and that. I want to see how many people get arrested
Say
and
it.
charged because they already got one dead person.
wow. Let me address this question. Denise, okay, I guess Denise says she doesn't have Cash App. Uh, I got I can give you the PayPal link. Other than that, we'll just catch you next time. If you want the PayPal link, I can shoot you that, or we'll just catch you the next time. But we
Not
appreciate
to
you,
mention how
Denise.
many people were murdered after the Black Lives Matter movement. How many people?
Yo,
We
that
can
one event they had the white guy just walking down the street just shooting people,
from a whole nother state, and his mother brought him there.
and he looked like he was trying to give himself up to police. He was walking up to police like, "Hey, I'm the dude who was shooting people," and they was like, "Hey, buddy,
Exactly.
move it along, keep it moving."
Mm-hmm.
But he
Mm-hmm.
shot like 10 people from a whole nother state. That means that you carried a weapon across state lines, number one. Number two, you weren't even old enough, and your mother brought you there. So I felt like both of them should have been charged.
So there's obviously a disparity in just even the way they handle the situations. Because let me tell you, and Mike, hey, the dude that was sitting in Nancy Pelosi's seat, he might as well just been taking selfies. If they don't
Yeah.
have that cat arrested,
Right.
all the facial
But he
recognition,
wasn't the
man,
only one.
Facebook can find that dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Matter of fact,
My
Facebook
point
knows who that
exactly.
dude is. If the government doesn't have that cat, all right, I can do a
Oh, he
search and
wasn't the
find
only
that dude.
one. It was another young guy. He was sitting, I think, at one of the speakers' desks.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Okay.
just him.
Yeah. Who? It was a guy who was like inside the chambers or something where Mike Pence was at
Right,
earlier.
he had the gavel. He's
Yeah.
at the podium.
Hmm.
Yes.
All those people, I need, I'm like Denzel, I need papers on all them. I need
But
to see
know,
all them in Pelican Bay.
hey, but it's like this. If you look at the level of security for a Black Lives Matter rally compared to this Stop the Steal, there was nowhere near that same level of security. And I, and I
Exactly.
and I think it all comes down to privilege. So, you know, it's like but let's say like this, the people who are going through this pomp and circumstance with this electoral piece, I don't think they thought it would get that crazy because you know what I'm saying? But why not? You know, if people have been saying that it's been crazy all along, but they keep dismissing it. And I just hope I'm waiting to see how they handle this matter and what are they going to be identified.
Right.
That's not a protest. That was a terrorist act, as far as I'm concerned.
Exactly.
It's a terrorist act as far as anyone is concerned. They broke in to to the Capitol building.
Hmm.
They broke in. They weren't just out on the street acting crazy on the sidewalk. They
They
entered
was
chambers.
breaking windows and going through the windows.
They entered chambers.
Hey, but you know what? Okay, let me ask you this. I think they had the dry run in Michigan. When they went in Michigan Capitol. You would think with all that has happened, why didn't they have enough security there today? You know, so I see what you're saying, Kimmy. It's like this, you know, is it conspiracy or just neglect? But you've seen folks storm the Capitol for certain reasons before. Why wouldn't you have the level, of security that you would have for a Black Lives Matter event? So
Exactly.
Yeah, I think the
And
last time
then
the Capitol was breached
200
was
years ago.
nah. I think it was sooner than that. I think it was during the Vietnam War. Uh, I think a couple of cats, but they didn't make it all the way to the Speaker of the House office
right,
to
right.
fill a
Hello.
coffee cup. But I think during the Vietnam War, there was a smaller version of yeah, but during like the 18 where they like we burned it down. But they could have done that this time if they
Oh
wanted
yeah,
to.
definitely.
Oh, definitely. With all the people that was inside the building, yes, they could have easily.
I don't know about
And
burning it
then
down. They could have started a good fire. I'm sure they got by now. They didn't have sprinkler systems during the war 1812, but
right.
they could have burned up Nancy Pelosi's office, Pence's office, all the
Hmm.
the hallways where they was chasing my uncle Otis up the steps. They could have they could have and that could have got violent.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
That could have been an issue. And I saw other senators uh, saying that they see people in the chambers with them on by their offices, on the stairwell. That this could have turned a lot uglier. Unfortunately, some young lady did lose her life, which is
Hmm.
unfortunate. For that to happen in in the Capitol building is unacceptable. And a lot of those people were armed. That's another thing.
Yeah.
They just weren't out there and running up in
But
there,
they weren't just armed. Some of them had pipe bombs.
guns, bombs. They they are armed in there. And they kind of just said, "Hey, you bad kids, get out of here. Get off my lawn." This this is
Did
incredible.
y'all see that so-called attempt to make people go home?
Oh, listen. That's what I'm saying. It's like, you call a curfew, a 6 o'clock curfew, and they just pretty much stood there, and then people were still up in the face of police the whole time. You know, camera phones, everything else. There's definitely a large disparity on how people of color are treated in a situation to those who were there today. You know,
Hmm.
and I'm just wondering this: like, are they going to call to impeach Donald Trump? You know,
Now,
yeah, I mean, hey, like these next
It's
14 days, like, how does this play out?
it is talks about impeaching him, and it's
hmm
never too late to do that because it affects uh, your stature as president because he can still run it. He can still threaten to run again.
Right.
no,
Uh, right. Well, that's something else we need to talk about. But I mean, it very well may be worth. And if they don't impeach him, people getting called to the carpet. Senators, Republican senators, and they're saying that they're supposed to come back. They're planning to come back.
they're back.
Oh, they're back. Okay,
Oh,
and
they're
I'm
I'm
back right
looking
now.
at it.
okay. All right. Do they look scared?
Yeah,
No,
to death.
Shelly said they don't look scared. They look.
yeah.
Let me see if they look a little shaky.
They look a little shaky.
Okay, so now what I want to know is, did they return with that same foolishness? Did some of those senators that were there to protest the election of Joe Biden, did they
I don't
return with
think
that
so.
same energy? Are they still coming back to that? Are they like, let's just get the job done and get to the work of the people?
I think that's where their mindset is right now because of all of this. Like, I think that's where their mindset is. Like, let's just get this over and done with.
Okay,
Because
and,
they
and
already said that they're not leaving. Like, they're
Right.
working through the night.
okay, I don't know if any of you all have talked to any of our non melanated friends. Uh, but has anyone got any kind of semblance of what they think about this? Are they, because I think that we're outraged for a different reason. I don't think we're
Well,
necessarily outraged because they stormed the Capitol. I think
well,
I think we're outraged because they didn't get beat down like we would have.
Right.
but
Exactly.
I think that, well, I have talked to some of my friends,
Okay.
and they kind of feel the same way I feel. Like, had this been anybody else or any
Mm.
other ethnic group, it would never have gotten this close. We're that far.
Well, we've been saying that ever since the very first thing that Trump did. We've been saying, okay, if that was Obama, then this wouldn't have happened, or this would have
If
been
if
treated
this
differently.
if this had happened when Obama was in office, he would be dead.
Yeah.
They would have drug him out of the.
They would have killed him. They'd have made sure he got assassinated.
Man, this is very troubling, but it just gives us a firsthand look when we in practice when we say there's disparities. I mean, and this is
But
the whole
I'm
point
like
of this is
this.
the whole point of
See,
Black Lives Matter.
Right.
This
exactly.
is the whole point.
But see, they're not looking at it like that. They're thinking like when they say Black Lives Matter, like I have a whole different issue with the Black Lives Matter thing. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Granted, because usually if you say Black Lives Matter, somebody is going to be in the crowd that say, no, all lives matter. Yes, we do know that all lives matter, but we as a people shouldn't have to point it out that our lives matter too, but we do.
Right.
And that's where our problem is. It's not the fact that we don't think that everybody matters. We're just saying that we have to be the ones to point it out that our lives matter just as much as yours do.
Because apparently y'all feel that ours don't.
Don't.
Y'all
Yeah.
Right,
treat us as if it does. The police,
right,
the system, very all different types of systemic organizations connected to how we operate and move as Black people in America.
exactly,
It does not matter.
exactly. And this is the conversation. Like, this is how our conversation, when I was getting my hair done, this is how our conversation actually ended up turning into the same conversation that I'm having with you
Are
guys.
you in Cleveland, Kimmy? Are you in Cleveland?
No, I'm in New Jersey.
You in okay? You in Jersey? You
Hmm.
in New Jerusalem? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. But this is the same exact conversation that I was having with the people that was in the shop. And luckily, we were blessed to have a male perspective that was there getting his hair done as well.
Hmm.
So we kind of ended up hearing everybody's point of view, a little bit of everybody's point of view. Of course, the women outnumbered him, but
Right.
in the same token, and not only that, he was military. He was ex-military rather.
Okay.
So we got a good earful in there.
I'm
But the
sure.
whole thing is this: no matter, I don't care if you go back to the, I want to say 13, 14, 1500. If any, I would dare any, as they call them, purebred white person to take a DNA test and show their DNA results. And let's see what it would say.
Well, we already
Because
know
I
that.
feel like we already know what it's going to say.
We already
We
know.
know what it's going to say,
We already know that.
but they act like they don't know
So
that.
I want to say 1 second. First of all, I want to say what's up to my man Thomas T. Swift Lindsay is in the building, and my mom has joined us in the
Hi, Mama
building.
Chill.
And happy birthday to my
Happy
Hey,
mom.
belated
happy
She
birthday.
birthday, Mama Chill.
Happy birthday.
just had a birthday the other day. So I want to, and anybody watching this, please share it. And if you get on the link and you come on and join us, I think you're gonna get a free movie viewing uh, of Fatal, starring my man Michael Ealy and Hilary Swank. But what I want to ask Shelly, because Shelly, you work in a government building.
Yep.
And you're gonna be back in that building tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Now you work in a government building with it. Well, it's mixed. Uh, black and white folks.
We got some 45 supporters in there.
Okay, right. So what do you expect from a person who works in a government building? What do you expect that the conversation is going to kind of be? I mean, don't get yourself in trouble, but we know you a boss around those parts, but still.
No, it's not going to be too much conversation, I don't think. Because the ones that are um the non-melanated folks that are supporting him try to do it on the low because they know that they're outnumbered, and so they'll say little things in small little. So in a little group they might say something, but they're not going to say too much. I mean, because actually we had a situation right after the election when he lost. They some folks brought in victory donuts, and they did it because when he won, the lone person now, and it takes a lot of nerve, in my opinion. You the only one in that area that is a 45 supporter, and when he won, you come in there all bold with these donuts, talking about, hey, here's some donuts.
Right.
And then you can't handle it when that table is turned.
Right.
So, in my building specifically, it's not going to be much. We're going to be talking about
He
it.
calling out tomorrow.
We're going to be talking about it.
We're calling off tomorrow.
He calling out tomorrow. He ain't coming to work no more this week.
Now, and I wanted to ask Mike in the ATL, because you're in the ATL, and we know every person in the ATL is not black. All right, it seems like it. It seems like it, but what were the non-minority, the majority? What were the white folks saying? Not about this in particular, but as you move towards the recount, the revote, not the recount, but the revote in Georgia. What was the talk as Stacey Abrams, as Mayor Keisha, as a lot of black folks are energized, uh, strippers at Magic City say, hey, when you dip that wing, also go and vote. What were the non-black people in the Atlanta area? What was the kind of the climate?
Well, I would tell you this: if you look throughout the city, like in certain pockets, I got a chance to work with this one guy, and
like I told Shelly, don't get yourself in trouble.
Yeah. So he basically said, I mean, he called out everything that happened today. He said this was going to happen over the summer, and he was like, listen, and how to get him out, So I think what happens, depending on certain people, their perspective. I just want to throw this out here that some people look at Facebook and they think that is the real world. So I think with 45 people, they look at, don't steal the election, everything else, and that becomes their real world and don't have any other kind of perspective. And only because if you look at it, I don't think they ever had a leg to stand on that the election was stolen. But even today, with how the revote went with the senators, you see that the people spoke. They done with this nonsense, and but you still have people like who I talk to, like, hey, that election was stolen. Well, tell me, how was it stolen? They just saying it just to say it, and so there are several people who have said, like, they understand and they want to get this guy out of here. But there's people who I know who are like, they believe it was stolen, So I've chosen not to interact with those particular people, and it is what it is. I call them poor losers right now, So
I call them spoiled kids having a temper tantrum.
Amen.
So what part of New Jerusalem are you in, Kimmy? Are you in
The
closer to?
capital.
Okay, okay, all right. So
The capital.
what was as the election as the presidential election as it slowly finally uh was inevitably that he lost probably the longest count. I don't even know. I guess the Gore count might have been longer because they had initially said that he won. They said, "Oh, we got to retract that one." But what was the
Talk about
climate?
stolen.
Right, it broke down to Florida and those hanging chads. But
Mhm.
what was the feeling in New Jersey? Talk. What was going on in Jersey?
Well, I mean, I think it was kind of split down the middle because you still have, you know, the people that want to, like he said, he won, he won. No, he didn't. It was in black and white in your face. The blue states have spoken. You know what I'm saying? And he just like it's some people that are still like riding around with Trump 2020 written on their car,
Yeah.
literally.
Shelly, if you could put on your journalism hat,
Mhm.
and I tell everybody that not and she's still in journalism, but Shelly was when I came to the Calling Post, she was a editor. She was what you city
Okay.
editor. What was
Yeah,
the title?
city editor.
She was city editor when I came to the Calling Post. Uh, what would be the headline we would be working on right now?
The headline we would be working on would be domestic terrorists breach Capitol.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the question: Is the story of is the black story today white people acting crazy at the Capitol, or or black people in Georgia just changed the whole complexion of of politics in America?
It's supposed to be
Right,
black
that's
people
Right.
just
supposed to be the
changed.
headline.
That's
Yeah, that was
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be.
the
So that's
headline.
supposed to be the headline.
Yeah,
The
that was
headline is
supposed.
But
supposed
that
to
is not
be
what it's gonna be.
the headline is supposed to be Georgia elects first black senator ever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's supposed to be the headline, but that's gotten pushed to the back.
Right. So the new headline is what?
Domestic terrorists breached the Capitol.
All right.
I'm gonna
Okay.
be nice.
Kimmy said if she was running
I'm
it, it'd be a different
I'm
headline.
gonna be nice.
Kimmy, what would your headline
But
be?
see,
Oh,
you gotta do it correctly.
right.
Right.
You just can't just say PWT storms the
It can't be crazy white folks
Capitol.
to cut a fool in the Capitol.
Right,
Can't be the headline.
I just said I'm gonna be nice
Yeah,
because
and
it was gonna be different from that too.
but I think Shelley, you bring up a good point, and I think Mike would concur. I mean, it's a shame because you know.
Actually, you know what my title would have been?
Okay, here we go. Let's see.
White House down in real life. I'm
White
sure
House.
y'all seen the movie, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay, White House down in real life. Art
Mike,
imitates life.
are the people in Georgia gonna feel cheated
They
about their
should.
headlines about
Oh,
what they did
They
and
should.
off because of all this other drama?
hey,
Is
yeah.
because it's gonna be overshadowed.
Oh, it's definitely cheated, as well as the biggest thing with people I know is like the treatment of how that terrorist act was handled. Like when I said to you when uh when I was protesting, you say, "Hey, get back in the house," because COVID was going on. But you know, it was crazy, man. You got like cops pushing people and everything else. That it was almost as if they were allowed to run amok and no one was going to do anything. And as if they were daring people to say something to them, you know? And I just wanted to ensure, like I can't ensure, but I just want to see, it's going to be really telling on America how this is written down, and communicated. Because that privilege, and how Shelley was saying earlier, that's what made me really want to get on, is that was example of privilege all day long. Because
Absolutely.
it's like, if you look at it, um, that was the most terrorist act I've seen in a situation, and you know, no one ever stopped it. To the point, it was cops who were there, okay, watching it happen.
Exactly.
So you telling me you have armed people there to serve and protect who were not protecting? So to Kimmy's point, that kind of looked like a conspiracy, Kevin. You look at it like this: you had police who were there who were just nodding, like, okay. You had the one brother running up the steps, but there was actual people
Right.
who were there too, and they were just like, okay, now, hey, you get a young man playing his music too loud, and somebody gonna have a
He
problem
could
with
get
him.
murdered.
Yeah, he gonna
He
get
get
yoked
murdered.
up. Yeah, you had the one guy doing parkour on the side of the building. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was craziness. And and here's the other part. Some people look like they were dressed in military garb. So no person took it upon themselves to say, hey, listen, this may get out of hand. And so to me, I like to hear someone explain why that just was allowed to go on, you know, and the 6 o'clock curfew, no one pushed those people off. No, where's the rubber bullets, tear gas, none of that stuff. So, hey, it's two Americas. We already knew it's two Americas, but
Yeah.
I, I really want
Now
that
the
addressed.
world knows.
Yeah, now the world knows.
Right.
Right, and it was in full color today.
For everybody
Yeah.
to see,
Mm-hmm.
in front of everybody, because
Technicolor.
I was in where did I go for it? I went to cover a riot. Man, there's been so many riots, I forgot which one that I went to. Um, and what riot did I go to? Anyway, I went to cover a riot, and oh, it was in Baltimore. It was in Baltimore. It was in Bmore. When they killed Freddie Gray.
Okay.
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 So I went there and to cover the riot, and they had just burned down that CVS. Everybody saw them burn down the
Mhm.
CVS. So the CVS was still smoky when I got there, and it was a curfew that night, and I was talking. Oh, I'm not, man. I'm the press. I don't have to go
Mhm.
in and no curfew. I'm talking to the people. I'm covering the man. They hustled my ass up out of there, bruh. You gotta go. We don't know how you get in there, and that was a problem because I couldn't even get an Uber or a taxi because I was in at the center.
Okay.
Ubers and taxis wasn't coming to get me from there. I had to
Mm-hmm.
make a Facebook call. Is somebody out there on Facebook come and get me? I got to be off the streets in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Uh,
10, 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Uh, and I made a Facebook call. Somebody because we got you, chill. And they were over in the DMV and swooped me up. But yeah, they not playing about it. But that I don't think they cared about them curfew, Mike. If Why would you care about a curfew if you can run up in the Capitol and sit at
Yeah.
Nancy Pelosi's desk
Hello.
and eat a Reese cup? Like, okay,
Hello.
I want to say what's going on. We also have been joined by my man James Stevens Jr. and Tyrone Walker, alias Beatmaster T.
Okay.
Uh,
Tell T I said, hey.
Mike, he already, I know he sees you. So T or James, anybody else, we almost done with this. Anybody else want to jump up on here? They're going to get a free at-home viewing of the new film, yet to come out film. This you get the pre-screen of the film Fatal with Mike Ely and Hilary Swank. So anybody hit that link to come on and say something about what's going on in Georgia, in the Capitol. I'll make sure that you get a free viewing of at home. You ain't got to go out and be fighting COVID at home, and see the film. So share the show. You already see the Cash App. Donate. Do something if you can. Uh, I appreciate you guys coming on because I've been talking to Mike, Shelly, and Kimmy. Me and Mike been talking all day long as all of this stuff was going on in disbelief of what was happening right before our eyes. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't think anybody would have
I
expected.
don't think I was in disbelief though, and I think because of the way that the election went.
Right.
Like I had even talked to a couple people, and I told them, I said, I feel like when January 20th or January 21st come, they're literally going to have to drag him out of the White House. I really felt like that from then until now. So this didn't surprise me. It really didn't.
Right. So
It was just when.
okay,
It
but
was
I
more
don't
so
know.
when.
So Kimmy, are you trying to tell me now protesting, acting crazy in the streets is one thing, but busting up in the Capitol, not just in the rotunda, up in Nancy Pelosi's office
Hmm.
with a snack. I haven't seen anybody bust up in the Capitol since the Superman when they tore the old school when they tore the roof off
Hmm.
and just bust in. Shelly laughing at me. I always got a movie analogy,
Right.
but to see him, I mean, that wasn't just a breach. That's
Right.
that's slow. They at the front door. They in the rotunda acting crazy, knocking over statues. No, they up the steps. They pop people's offices. They're at people's desks.
Hmm.
I didn't see that one coming.
Well, I don't.
Well, I would say that part I didn't see coming, but
Right.
I mean, like as far as the attack itself, it was more so he gonna ride on people, especially when he says stand down and stand by.
This was the
That right
standby.
there,
They was ready. They've been standing by this whole
they've been
time.
standing by ever
And,
since.
and then he shot him that information. Go. It's go time.
Hey,
Oh,
do you
not to
guys think they're
mention,
going?
did you know Twitter shut his account down for 12 hours?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I saw that.
But
And that
but
But
has
he
then
to be an
Facebook talking
embarrassment.
about they don't condone it, but they didn't shut his account down.
well, he don't say nothing really on Facebook.
I'm about to say because they done kicked all of my friends off Facebook. All my friends been in Facebook jail.
In Facebook
And
jail.
this fool can just say act crazy on Facebook. Yeah, but you're right, Shelly. Twitter is his media of choice.
Yeah.
right.
Hmm.
And he actually, but see, the thing about it is, he called them. He told them, go on down to the Capitol.
Hmm. Yep.
He incited this.
Yeah.
Yes.
He did it. Giuliani did it. Donald Jr. They all did this.
Right.
And
Right.
as Joy Reid said earlier tonight, they weren't scared of the police.
Mm, not
The
at all.
they are part of the police.
Oh, that's evident that they weren't
Yeah.
afraid of
You
the
know,
police.
and the police did not do their job.
Yeah.
Period.
Exactly.
Like I said from the top of this, no melanin, no force.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then it's like, you know how they always talking about some if a black man got a bag and you need to check them and all of this stuff. Them people were showing up with guns, bags, all kinds of crap. And they didn't they claim there was no threat. But then let 1,000 black people would have showed up with bags or guns or
Hmm.
whatever. All hell would have
Hey,
broke loose.
my man Craig Baxter, alias Stereo the Hitman, is in the building. He wants me to let him in. Stereo, did you try the link? If you try, hit the link. The link is in the description box, and if you scroll up, you'll see the link in the chat box. But try to look for the link in the description box because we're about to shut this one down in a minute, Stereo. There we go. Oh, it's game
Oh,
time
but
now.
Mike, I was laughing at the somebody had put a commercial together where they used Ludacris song "Move,"
Hmm.
Mm. Hey,
and they added Mitch McConnell's name on it.
Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm about to let my man Stereo the Hitman in. You about to hear an explosion
Goodness.
it's about to be a conspiracy explosion right now. All right, here we go. Let's Stereo the Hitman in there. He about to drop some science on you. All right, you said that you coming in, Stereo.
Come
Let's see
on
if
with
he.
it.
Let's see if he. Oh, it's about to go down now. As we shut it down, is we go a top man, a top producer in the game, Stereo the Hitman. You as soon as your audio comes in, bruh. All right, we should be able to hear you, Stereo. We hear you, bruh. Talk to me.
Hello?
We hear
Hello.
you. Can you hear us? We hear you.
Okay. I'm hold on, I'm having technical difficulties. Hold on.
We okay. What's the come on, Stereo? Quit playing with us. Hey, Stereo, you just got on here because you heard that your man Beatmaster T is in the he's watching he's in the is in the chat. Okay, Stereo, you for a producer, bro,
Hold on.
your earphones you need to have the Beats by Dre.
Can you hear me now? Man, can you hear me?
We could hear you the whole time, bro. Can
Oh.
you hear us?
What's going on, Chill? Long
The
time.
the Hitman has returned to Chill Talk.
What's happening?
Hey, come on. What's your inside scoop? I know because you have the special footage that people only send you. Come on, what is it, Stereo?
Um, you know, man, this the last piece of the puzzle, man. You know, a lot of people don't realize that, you know, Illuminati has set in. The New World Order
I,
has set
I
in.
knew that was coming.
Everybody's waiting for, oh, I hope it open back up. I can't wait till it open back up. It's not never going to be the same. We about to turn into Germany over here. We about to be dictated to. Everybody about to get the same check every month. And that's going to be the beginning and the end of that. This is about to be a dictation. This is about to be a dictatorship. You know what I'm saying? I don't even really feel that what's going on with this White House situation right now. I feel this stage just to take the White House down. That's the last piece of the puzzle for the whole setup. It's over. The world we changing as we know it. Everybody might as well get used to this and try to understand this is what's going down. You know what I mean? You have to be should have been prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to take in, but this is the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of what it's gonna be.
Stereo, I knew I could count on you to come in here and drop some
Well, yeah,
Illuminati. I knew I
you
could
know,
count on you to come and drop to come and drop and
yeah,
go Illuminati on us.
yeah, because it's not gonna be the same like it was. People think it's gonna be the same. This is it. You know, mask all day, every day. Look at China. China been wearing masks. This is like the norm for them. China
Uh,
been wearing masks.
it's 9:30. I said I was gonna do this to 9:30. I don't know why you waited all day to get up in here, Stereo.
Man, I've been so busy till I didn't even know you was on until I got the notification. I was like, oh, let me go holler at my dude. You was kind of like today you didn't plan on this show being like this. This like an emergency show. It just happened today.
Right,
Unless
but
you know
yeah,
something
because
I don't know.
because the rest of the people we have a watch party of another movie
Oh, okay.
going on of One Night in Miami, but it
Okay.
was no way that I couldn't. And plus, I already saw Night in Miami, so and I
All right.
had another film to give away. So
Okay.
so you will also get the hookups for the free viewing. So Kimmy,
Yes,
Shelly,
sir.
Mike, Stereo. I'll be sending you the link uh, so you can watch in your own home. Uh, what's the movie? Fatal with Hilary Swank and Michael Ealy. You get to watch it in the comforts of your
Yeah,
own
because
home.
we
And
watching White House down.
White
Right.
House now. You
Right.
see, Stereo watching on
Right.
probably like a 70-inch plasma wraparound. he got that big new expensive joint, and actually
All
so
right,
does
but
Mike. So
let me ask you a question, Chill.
yeah.
Now you know good and well
Oh, here we
if
go.
there was black folks crawling over that fence at the White House, everybody be shot down by now.
We
Matter
all,
of fact,
bruh, we all agree with that one. I
even
think
Prince.
We all
across
agree with that.
that's across the board. Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. This is how you can tell the difference between something being staged and something being done for. This is a visual they want to show the world. Y'all gotta understand this. When they show the world something like that, the world goes into a certain panic. They want to show the world this. You understand? They put this together like that. When was anybody able to rush the White House? Never. Never in history.
All
You
right,
got to
now,
usually fly over the White House or do something like that.
right. You can't even
Nobody's
get in
rushing.
airspace. You can't even get in the airspace over the. Okay, but it's
White
not the
House
White House
down.
though. But
So you
but I
you gotta
feel you.
yeah you gotta look at the difference in something being staged and something being just done because they want the world to see. This is being staged.
I'll go with you on incited. Uh, I don't know about stage. You lost me with Illuminati, but I'm going with I can go with
Oh,
incited.
Hey,
I think
Stereo, do you think anything else is going to happen, or is it done?
yeah, they did the same
hey,
thing.
stereo. Mike
Yeah.
had a question for you.
Hey,
Okay.
Stereo, so do you
Yeah.
think everything's over, or you think we're going to have another episode? How do you think it's going to play out?
So I don't mean everything is over as in it's over with this situation. What I'm saying they stayed. They putting this. I don't know if you can remember. Does anybody remember in California in what was it called? Well, what's in Oakland, California, when they rushed the Capitol over there, they
Yeah,
showed you a bunch of
The
black
Panthers, the
people with
Panthers.
the saying it was that was staged.
They
Did you
went to
know
the
that?
state house.
Did
No,
you know
come
that
on,
was
bruh.
staged?
The Panthers organized that. That
No,
was
when they
that
got
was Bobby
inside of the
Seals and them.
Capitol, it was staged, chill. It was staged.
By
Real
who?
talk.
By
Do
who?
the history on it. It was
I
staged.
definitely know the history. I mean, when
Yeah,
that
and
actually changed the laws of
wait, no, not in the '70s
gun
and none.
carry.
I'm talking about recently. Not I ain't
Oh,
talking about
okay.
back in the
I thought
day.
you talking when the Panthers
No, I'm talking
bust up
about
in there.
maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Look it up. It was a big thing, and they like, oh, people rushed the White House. I mean, people, Black Panthers. Oh, no, they don't
Running
even
the
show
state
faces. They
capitol.
just had kids in skull hats and all black on, and it was these. We see it every day, people. This is what I'm trying to tell you, because you know, Till I had to chime in on this.
I
We
knew
see
how
it
you was
every
coming,
day.
stereo.
Why
All right,
do
but hey,
why do
it's past. I'm 5 minutes over. Hey,
okay?
uh, everybody, I appreciate y'all coming. I will make sure that everybody gets the codes for the film Fatal
Okay.
with Michael Ealy, Hilary Swank. For the people that are still watching, it's not too late to donate something to Chill Talk. You see the Cash App link.
Got you.
I'll talk back with Felicia, the super producer, and we'll see how because they're having a discussion of One Night in Miami after the screening, so they're probably in discussion right now. But I appreciate everybody come. I'm gonna be back watching the television. All right, stereo. Now we go have you want to know about this one because we're gonna be doing an upcoming show about the vaccine. About we'll be back. Stereo led the team. We had a debate. This was before even we were even close to having a vaccine ready to go.
Oh yeah.
We had a general discussion about black people and vaccines, and Stereo led the anti-vax team. So your
I'm with you,
man,
stereo.
your
What you
man,
say?
she said she with
I'm
you.
with you.
Oh,
So
he ain't say Stereo came and spanked them though. I spanked them. I ain't just lead the
Oh,
team. I spanked them.
hey, the
And I
show
know somebody. I know somebody who's actually on the Moderna team.
Oh yeah,
anybody who wants to go back and look at the show of the debate, the
yeah,
vax versus the anti-vax debate with Team
yeah.
Stereo versus Team Uncle Keck, the God Killer, uh, can go back and look at that on the YouTube channel,
Yeah,
on the Kevin Chilhur YouTube channel.
Chill wouldn't
yeah.
let me go there. He wouldn't let me go there tonight.
So, because we saving it because we have a vaccine show coming up. So stay tuned for that. But I appreciate everybody falling through, everybody that was in the building. Tell some people about the show. I'm gonna let everybody just say something to the people as we close it down. Okay, hold on. Now we got Denise. Okay, Denise. I think Denise Here comes Denise. She's in. I think she's wanted that doggone free viewing. Okay, we gotta before we close it down, we're gonna let Denise say her piece. It has to be quick. But she's been watching the entire show and commenting, so I wanted to make sure that we get Denise in there. There we go. Let's see. Does she have her? Okay, there is no microphone for her.
Not yet. It's saying connecting to audio.
Okay, so hopefully we can get her in there. Waiting for the connection.
My final words is this. Tamika Mallory had posted, she said, Black people, stand down and stand by.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
She said, this ain't got nothing to do with us.
Exactly.
All right. So hold on. We have Denise. Denise, can you unmute your mic for us? There you go. You're unmuted. What's going on, Denise?
I'm just trying to give you some money. I've been searching how to do it because I don't have Cash App, but I have a card.
Okay, don't give your card. Don't give your card. Don't start giving your card number over the.
You won't have no money by tomorrow.
That's what I'm saying. I appreciate the love, Denise. I'll reach out to you, and you can talk about how you can donate or support Chill Talk. All right, we can do it that way.
Okay.
All right, but how you doing? And how you want to say anything about how you feeling about the show? Excuse me, about what happened in Georgia or in Washington D.C. at the Capitol.
It says hold on one second, Denise. It says national security officials are considering resigning.
Okay, it's gonna be some resignations. All right, go ahead, Denise.
Yeah, I'm still Trump set that mess up. I know he did. But I'm wondering if they gonna get away with that. I don't know. I don't think he gonna stop. He gonna keep doing stuff. He gonna make it real hard till he find his way in some kind of way.
He ain't getting in, Denise. I'm gonna let you know now. He got it. He gotta go. He ain't gotta go to Mar-a-Lago.
I know.
He gotta get the hell out of there.
Yeah, he gotta go.
U-Haul will be there on the 20th to get him.
Me and Mike gonna help him move out.
Look, they ain't even gotta get U-Haul. I had sent a video of somebody pulling up and they had the megaphone saying, Trump, get your shit. We ready to go.
All right, Denise, I'm gonna make sure that I get you a code so you can watch the movie for free in your own home, and we'll make sure you get that information. All right, now.
Thank you. I guess I have to give me a Cash App.
Yo, I'm not gonna make you get a Cash App, Denise.
No, this one I use this one on Facebook, and it works pretty good.
All right, Denise, don't start giving out your information up on here. We don't want that. The Proud Boys took all your money up out of there.
Because they're gonna need some bail money.
All right, so Kimmy already gave us her last go. Stereo, what's your final shout out for the people about what's going on?
Well, people, just protect your neck as it's going down. That's what I can tell you. Like, real talk, man. Just be aware of what's really happening, man. We already in martial law. People don't understand. Just because they're not saying we are don't mean we're not in it. You know what I'm saying? And us, we ain't got to worry about the new generation behind us. We need to protect. You know what I'm saying? And really start looking out for the youngins, because they about to get swooped up in the whole way we got swooped up without even knowing it. You know what I mean? We did and became under the brainwashing of this country without even knowing it. It's just a thing that they do subliminally. So we got to protect the young ones. We know what we went through, so we got to really stay, acute and on point to be aware for them. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Right.
fact.
All right,
So
my
that's where
brother.
we at.
Team Shockley. We're gonna let the brother from Georgia finish it out since they shook up the world.
Wait, who you
Uh
say?
say that again, stereo.
Who did you say? Keith Shockley?
No, team. I said Team Shockley, Shelly
Oh, Team,
Shockley.
oh, Team Shockley.
Team
Okay.
Shockley. Go ahead, Shelly.
This just shows that we have to be vigilant and we have to be about our business. Sort of like Stereo said, we have a couple generations coming behind us, and this shows us that without a doubt we already knew it, but this was amplified and shown in Stereo that they don't give a damn about us.
Mm-hmm.
So we got to take care of us.
Yeah.
And we have to educate ourselves. We have to be aware. We can't sleep through stuff no more. You
Yeah.
know, life
Right.
has been basically easy for most of us in retrospect to what our people came through, but now we're experiencing all this. I never thought I would see as much rioting, looting, and all of this that we have seen in the last year and a half.
True
And
that.
so we have to step up our game and be about our business. That's what this shows me, because the United States of America does not give a damn. As Kanye said about Bush, they don't care about black people.
No, he said Bush don't care about
Well, he
black
said
people.
Bush, but I'm saying the whole kit and caboodle of them don't give a darn about us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
That's
it.
true.
That's my 2 cents.
I had to get my phone. All right,
True.
Mike. I could. I'm only calling you by your government name right now.
Okay. Hey, so all I gotta say is this, piggyback on what Shelly was saying, and even with Stereo. Hey, right now, we have to ensure. I think we've shown that we have power. You know, and the simple fact that you could take a state like Georgia that has been red for 20 plus years, and have what I would say a movement that's taking place. We got to keep building on that. So with all the other stuff going on, we just got to constantly build, have conversation, and you know, hear each other out. But let's not go for the okie doke,
Mm-hmm.
because the times right now, like and Stereo said something, it's on us to look out for these young cats behind us because you know they'll get caught up, you know, and
Wait.
it's on us to make sure that I was saying to someone, I don't think no one ever thought that we would get our footing back together like how we've just done, and we just got to ensure that we keep our footing and keep pulling each other up.
All right, my man, Big Mike A. His first time showing up to be a part of the panel on Chill Talk, and you did an excellent job. So don't be. We got to get you back on.
Okay.
Uh, and you got my city behind you, in Atlanta, GA. So I appreciate everybody for coming on. I'll make sure that I get everybody the codes to the free screening of the film. All right, everybody, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in to Chill Talk. Please support. Go to the if you're not watching this on the Chill Talk page, the Chill Talk radio page, go over to the Chill Talk radio page on Facebook at Chill Talk, the number to me, and like it. Also, go to the Kevin Chill Her YouTube channel and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and get ready for especially Stereo and Kimmy. Get ready for the upcoming programming about the COVID-19 vaccines uh, and why we should take them.
When you
And
doing
why we
that?
shouldn't.
When you doing that, Chill?
we will see. It'll be we. I don't have a set date. Uh, I have a at least one doctor, possibly two. One doctor is a infectious disease specialist, and so we're gonna get all that together. And your man Unc and Sean want a part of that show.
Yo, I think you got to get me on too.
They nemesis. Okay, this is not a debate. This
No,
is
I
a
know.
program, but we make sure that you get your say in, because
Yeah, I
we'll be
definitely.
having the experts asking questions of the doctor uh, and the head of infectious disease control. So, and we'll be talking. It'll be more information coming up about that soon. So
And I just want to say real quick, chill, before I go, because I gotta say something.
you
That's
already
that.
said something, but go ahead, Stereo.
Like, I just want y'all to know that Stereo the Hitman album is streaming right now on iTunes and on Spotify and everywhere. It's called Dance, Stereo the Hitman. It's
All right, tell them
streaming.
where they can find it at, Stereo.
You can find it on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere. It's on all platforms. It's
And
called
it's
Dancing. It's just for us, y'all. It's love music. It's not that stuff they playing right now. It's that R&B, old school, hot music. Like put you in. They give
Music
you
make
that
everything
mood.
better.
Yeah, they give you that mood like music's supposed to do. Put you in a mood. You feel what I'm saying? So trust me, it's good R&B. It's dope.
okay. All right, all right. I appreciate everybody, and I'll be watching the news, and I'm sure I'll be hitting Mike back up talking about this. But thank you, Stereo,
They
Denise.
was scaling the wall, y'all.
Oh, damn. Okay,
Sorry.
see, I got to get back on here and watch this. Hey, I'm out of here, y'all.
All right, peace,
Peace.
peace, peace.
Yeah,
Hey.
I'm
All right, y'all.